You're watching Veg TV.
We're making soy yogurt with Jonathan Chambers of Chambers Family Farm, and of course we're making them with Laura beans, my favorite beans, the only beans I would ever use. The best soybeans for making soy milk, tofu, tempeh, and yogurt. We're gonna make yogurt in my Excalibur dehydrator. The first thing we need to do is make soy milk, right? This is a Soy soy milk maker. It makes 2 liters of soy milk. That's 7 cups. Now, these are the raw Laura beans, very hard, like little stones. These have been soaked overnight, 8 to 18 hours. Filled the canister to between the 2 lines. Just drop the Laura beans in the canister, replace the head like so, plug it in, press soaked beans, and it's going to do its thing. In 20 minutes, we'll have delicious Laura soy milk. The first thing I'm going to add, wholesome organic sugar, 3 tablespoons. Next, 3/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. Stir it around, mix it in. Take 1.5 cups soy milk, heated to 160 degrees. And to that, I'm going to add Pomona's pectin, 3.5 tablespoons. It's going to thicken our yogurt. And I'm going to take my immersion blender and blend it about a minute. Now I'm going to combine the pectinized milk with our plain soy milk. You can place the soy milk in the freezer or in an ice bath for about 10 minutes until it comes down to 110 degrees, because at above 110 degrees, we would kill the culture. The soy milk is now at 110 degrees after being in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to add the culture. This is Cultures for Health Vegan Yogurt Starter, and you can get it at culturesforhealth.com. You need to mix it thoroughly. Never use metal utensils or bowls when making yogurt. Always use a rubber-tipped spatula or a wooden spoon. And one of the things that's really important is making yogurt with homemade soy milk, because soy milk that you buy at the store, there are additives in there that are going to prevent the culture from working really well. Since this is homemade soy milk and I've made it with my favorite Laura beans, I know everything that went in there. I put sugar and salt in, right? And the sugar particularly feeds the culture. These are 8-ounce ball jars. These are our culturing containers. I'm going to fill it up just like that. There are 7 cups of soy milk, and it's going to make 7 cups of yogurt. Now we're going to take and put our lids on tightly, like that. We're going to place them in our Excalibur dehydrator. I have a beautiful red stainless steel Excalibur dehydrator. It comes with 9 trays. I've removed 7 of the trays because you're going to want to put your yogurt on the bottom. Place them in the bottom of the dehydrator for at least 8 hours. I'm going to set the dehydrator to 110 degrees because the yogurt will culture between 108 and 110 degrees. And I've been making yogurt in my Excalibur, and I have to tell you, I have never had to adjust the temperature. It was at 110 degrees all the way through. Now, the longer that you culture your yogurt, the more tart it will become. So sometimes I let it go for 10 to 12 hours. You don't want to jostle the yogurt. You don't want to disturb it in any way while it's culturing. So I place a jar of water in the dehydrator, and when I want to check the temperature, I just check the water, and it tells me whether it's 110 degrees or not, and it always is in the Excalibur. So I'm going to place that in here. I'm going to replace the door like that. Set the temperature to 110 degrees, and I'm going to set the timer. And when I set the timer, that's when it turns on. Our yogurt is finished. It was in the dehydrator for 10 hours. Jonathan and I have been joined by Lauren Chambers, his daughter. You're pre-med, right, Lauren?
Yes, I am.
And you're going to school where?
Iowa State University.
And do you like yogurt?
I do love yogurt.
When the yogurt came out of the dehydrator, I stirred it really well. I shook it and stirred it, put the lids back on, and put it in the refrigerator about 8 hours. It looks like it's been set, almost like gelatin. We're going to take our spoon and stir it around with that. Nice and thick. Homemade yogurt made with Laura Soybeans. I like agave on my yogurt. I'm going to use wholesome agave, like so. Bon appetit.
That is amazing.
Nicely done, Marie.
Thank you. I couldn't do it without my Laura soybeans. The best soybeans for making everything.